you're going to sell a home and you're going to put the house on the market, it's really important to make sure that you do the right things and make sure you take the right steps while putting the house onto the market. I hope you like videos like this. If you like videos like this, if you like the videos that I do, please like and subscribe. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about selling your home, and when you put it to the market, what should it look like? What different things should you do to it? If I go to sell my home, I've lived in the home for 2, 4, 10, 15, 20, 50 years. Doesn't matter how long it's been. The house has been in the family for a long time. And you've lived in this house for a long time yourself, and you open up the closet and you kind of shove things back in there because things are falling out. It doesn't matter. If that's the case, or if you build your home personally and you keep it impeccably, and you know every corner where all the little dust bunnies are in every corner, and you know when to clean them and what time to clean them, doesn't matter. When you put your house on the market, you're having people come into the home who have never seen the house before. So that's the first thing that you want to think about. If you want to do minimal work to your home before you put it on the market, that makes perfect sense, and it's entirely up to whoever's selling the home to sell your home. First, you do want to clean it out. You want to clean everything out of it. Many times, the home will be vacant when people are coming in. If not, talk to your agent in your specific area. For me, I'm specifically speaking to Silicon Valley and the practice that I use. And many of us here in Silicon Valley, these are the steps that we're going to take. Sometimes people do have to occupy their home, and then we work around it as best we can. The seller is the one who's always going to dictate how we go about things. The best case scenario is when somebody is not living in the home. Again, if they are living in the home, if they have to stay there for whatever reason, then I'm going to make it work. I'm going to work with them and make that happen. This video is going to be about the specific steps to take. Once the house is cleaned out, whether you're living in the home or not, you want to clean the house out, and there's different ways to do that. It could be storage, it could be pods. You want to have as little personal items in the house as possible. The minimal personal items as possible. And that does take some effort. There is no question that moving takes effort and selling takes effort. So once everything is out of the home, let's pretend everything's out of the home and we're going to work with a vacant home. So everything's out of the home and the home is vacant. What's the first thing to do? First thing to do is go into the home and assess the property. Assess the home, assess the property. Because now it's not a home, now it's a property, and now it's a house. Nobody's living there, so it's not a home. Now we walk in there and we want to look. I'm going to look at the home. I'm going to look all around to make sure that it's clean. So that's going to be the first step. Make sure everything's clean. Have a professional cleaning crew come in and clean everything out. Wait, maybe not just yet. Let's say that the carpet is in horrific condition. Let's say that the kitchen needs to be done and the bathrooms need to be at least touched. Maybe a countertop here or there and a new vanity. That's not completely redoing the bathroom. That is touching the bathroom. We're not doing tile work and all of that. That takes a whole different ballgame. But what we wanted to do is first assess how much work needs to be done. If it's not in the budget to do a kitchen and bathrooms, then we don't do the kitchen and bathrooms. For me personally, with my clients, if my clients are in a position where they need help financially, I will help them financially up front and be reimbursed through escrow. So if the kitchen is agreed to, that the kitchen is going to be done, we take a look and see what's going to happen inside the kitchen. Is it just going to be counters? Is it going to be counters and cabinets? Is it going to be counters, cabinets, floors? What's going to happen with the backsplash? Are we going to do a new sink? Are we going to do everything from the ground up? Are we doing everything? So that's going to be the first step. What needs to be done? Now let's pretend that the kitchen and the bathrooms are fine. So from that perspective, what we're going to do is at minimum do the carpet, do the floor, do the baseboards. Take a look and see, how does that look? Maybe the floor and the carpet were done just a couple of years ago. Many times the carpet does make sense to do, and the reason for that is unless the carpet is kept impeccably and there's one person living in the home and there's no pets at all, then there's not going to be a lot of odor that gets into the carpet. Carpets do pick up odor, and that is always something to talk about. Paint and trim of a house on the interior, that's going to be one thing that you certainly want to take a look at. You also want to look at the hardware. When you're looking at the hardware, the knobs, the hinges, those small things, the things that you think are the last things that you would actually need to take a look at, many times are the first. Because that hardware and those hinges, many times hinges on a property, hinges on the doors, have been painted over. Heavens knows how many times these hinges have been painted over, and it happens all the time. So when you have doors, you can use the old door and have a professional painter. By all means necessary, have a professional painter. Have a professional do everything. If you are not a professional in the trade of painting, if you're not a professional in the trade of flooring, if you're not a professional in these things, if you're not at least super handy, then don't do it yourself. Have a professional come in and do these things. So you want to do the floor, you want to do painting, you want to do hardware, you want to do hinges. These are the bare minimums of things that you want to do. And then one of the biggest things, I did a video about lighting. One of the biggest things that you want to focus on also is lighting. Update the lighting. And you want to update the lighting because now you have the beautiful paint. You've chosen some beautiful paint, and it makes a lot of sense to listen to your agent. It makes a lot of sense to listen to a professional designer about what color paint to use, what color trim to use, what color do you use on the baseboard along the trim and the crown molding. What colors do you use here? Makes a lot of sense. Have all these things done, do them professionally, make sure you have professional colorists as well at minimum. Those are really many times going a little past the distance that's necessary. To do a full remodel on a home before you sell it, again, really going past the distance of necessary. It's not necessary to go all the way to that full extreme of doing a remodel on the home. Doing minimal work that stands out, minimal work that makes sense, that is going to be where you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck. It does not matter whether it is a hot market or whether the market is a little bit slower. Either way, you want to balance this out. The agent that you're working with is really the first professional that you want to look at for these things. When I'm talking to my clients, I'm going to go through, take a look at what needs to be done, and minimal is typically the way to go. I'm always here and happy to help. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a wonderful day. If you like this videos that I do, please like and subscribe. And please, if you have any ideas for videos, please let me know. Talk to you soon.